Our rubbish and recycling contract will be up for review in 2023, and we want to know what you think on how we should provide these services in the future. For residents in urban areas, we currently provide weekly rubbish bag collection and fortnightly glass and mixed recycling collections. For residents in rural areas or those with extra requirements or green waste, we operate 3 transfer stations throughout our district where you can drop off general waste, green waste, scrap metal and recycling. Currently, our rubbish and recycling is funded through $41 of targeted rates, transfer station fees, general rates, and $3 per rubbish bag as a user pays fee. The current service will be continued through to 2023. However, due to changing regulations from the government, the costs are set to rise between now and then. This means that the rates, transfer station fees, and rubbish bag costs are likely to increase each year to cover the costs of the service, including meeting waste levy and emissions trading scheme requirements. We are looking to change the way we provide rubbish and recycling in our district. We aim for Matamata-Piako to be zero waste by 2038 when the Tirohia landfill closes. We want to focus on providing options that help divert more rubbish away from landfill. The first option we are investigating is providing wheelie bins for rubbish. Wheelie bins would mean residents no longer need to purchase rubbish bags, but targeted rates would increase for those who receive this service. The second option we are considering is to not provide any rubbish collection, and everyone in the district would need to arrange their own private contractor or use the transfer stations. Changes to the international recycling market have meant that we can only collect plastics 1 and 2, which can be processed here in New Zealand. These changes can be confusing, but they do mean that your plastics are actually being recycled rather than being sent to landfill. So here are 2 options that we are considering for recycling. Our first option is to change from a wheelie bin to 3 rates-funded crates or multi-compartment wheelie bins for cardboard, plastics, tin and glass. Our second option for recycling is to not provide any recycling collection. Everyone would need to arrange their own private collection or use the transfer stations throughout the district. We also need to change the way we operate our transfer stations. They are in need of investment to ensure that they meet the government's operating and health and safety requirements for the future. The first option that we are considering is to establish large resource recovery centres in Matamata and or Morrinsville and close the Waiho transfer station. Resource recovery centres are community facilities where you can drop off unwanted items for repurposing instead of sending them to landfill. Nearby examples are the Raglan Resource Recovery Centre and the Thames Seagull Centre. The second option is to establish resource recovery centres in Matamata and or Morrinsville, but retain the Waiho transfer station. This is the more expensive option, as Waiho requires significant investment for it to meet the government's operating standards. We also want to know whether you would like curbside collections to include a small food waste bin, as food waste makes up 30% of what goes into household rubbish bins. This would increase your rubbish rates and would not include green waste. Let us know what you think on these topics and whether you support the goal for Matamata-Piako to be zero waste by 2038. Head to mpdc.nz/trash talk and have your say.